and welcome to week 4 of our Friendly Gnomes coffee and card, and this week we're making a dancing gnome and I'm loving this. Now, I've seen it everywhere. I don't know who thought of it first, but it's been all over the YouTube and Pinterest on how to do it, so I thought I'd join the bandwagon. So lots of die cutting today and a little bit of stamping. Now on this one I have embossed, and I've used the new basket weave embossing folder. How cool is that? So it's really 3D. Today I'm just going to do it flat. I think it looks just as good flat, but if you want to do some embossing you can do as well. And just one lot of simple stamping there. So, and then the piece inside. Right, so let's get going. So I shall pop that there. And in your pack, you've got, I'm laughing because a friend of mine came to a class and she loves it when you get 3 pieces of card and make a beautiful card. This is not one of those. There's a ridiculous number of pieces in here. I've got this out. This is the mechanism. This is how it works. So, and you do need some mini dimensionals or chop up some of your big ones. Okay, so I've used the flowers. I can't remember what they're called. Little acrylic flowers. I'm going to have to use the yellow ones because I've run out of orange ones. And then you've got some designer series paper for the hat, some petal pink for the hands and nose, some calypso coral for the feet and arms, and then a piece for the beard, a deckled rectangle for your sentiment. Told you, loads of pieces. A deckled rectangle for your gnome. A little bit of designer series paper. Some basic white for the inside. And some mango melody to go on the front, which tones with the paper as well. And a calypso coral A6 card blank. And an envelope. So, I'm going to start with the die cutting. And the nice thing about the Friendly Gnomes is all the dies fit on the mini. So let's get out the mini. So the tip with the mini is if you're struggling with your cutting plate, which is plate number 1, if you're finding that's hard to go through your machine, try plate number 3 instead. So I've got 2 plate 2s and plate number 3, which is the embossing one, and you can see from where the writing's rubbed off, this is the one I use all the time. I don't use the number 1 because my machine's slightly too tight for it, so I use the number 3. So, and I've been doing that since I got it, and I both emboss and cut using this sandwich. Right, or that platform, obviously use different sandwiches. Right, okay, so I'm going to pop that on there and let's get our die cuts out. So we'll cut the beard first. So this embosses and cuts, so I'm going to pop it through twice to get more detail on it. Okay, you can see it just whizzes through. So if you find yours is getting stuck, just change that plate and you'll find it works perfectly. Okay, so you can see the little details on there. So there's our beard. So we need, now these little pieces are actually tops of mushrooms, but I think they make a really nice sleeve because it's like the ribbing at the end of a sleeve. So we need 2 sleeves, and there are 2 identical dies, which is great. And then you need your feet. So these are your feet. Okay.
I'm not sure I understand.
Huh, I keep switching Siri off, but he still keeps listening. I hope you understand. So that's going to go through. Okay. Oh, I've just dropped a die. Panic, panic, panic. Oh, there it is. They are so small. And we don't want to lose them. Got it. Okay. So putting those back on here. And then, as I said, you need poker tool. You need 3 of the petal pink ovals well, 3 petal pink ovals, and there's only 2 in the pack of dies. So just going to pop that back as well. Got it in the wrong way round. Sorry, I'm just putting them away because there's so many dies in this set. I don't want to lose any of them. Okay, and then using your petal pink, I'm just going to cut 2. And ooh, oh, for goodness sake, I'm real butterfingers today. Twiddling with my dad. I've had breakfast and everything. I really shouldn't be. Doesn't want to move. I'm going to leave that there. I know where it is and I don't need it at the minute. So I need one more circle in petal pink. And I do need this circle, well, oval, sorry, again. Just going to pop it there for now because I need to cut a piece. Now, there will be a piece in your kit. This is take 3 of this video. So I've had to make myself another kit. I know I've put the little piece in yours, but I haven't put one in mine. So, is that going to be big enough? Yes, it is. So the piece you want is 2 centimetres wide by 3 centimetres high. For those of you who are using your Kindest Gnomes to do this kit. It's 2 centimetres wide. Just big enough. And it needs an oval cutting in the top of it. Just put my machine away, thinking I've finished. Haven't done the hat either. Right. Okay, so we need an oval cut in here, and you need it fairly near the top, but not right at the top. And I've just done it that way, vertically. There. Okay, so that is your mechanism. You don't actually need that oval. And then I just need to do the hat out of the little piece of designer series paper. So you can either do a stripy hat or a squarey hat. I'm going to do another squarey hat. Okay. So that's all the pieces cut. So I'll just pop away my die cutting machine. At the moment, if you join Stamping Up, you've only got a few days left, you can actually get a free one of these in balmy blue. Because apparently blue's better according to the website. But that's quite a good offer on top of all the normal joining offer stuff. So it's really good, and it's handy. I just have it on a shelf by my desk and I can just grab it whenever I want. So put that away. I'm just going to put, that's just there for reference. So I have got a hat, 3 ovals, 2 legs, 2 arms, and a mechanism. Okay, and that is your gnome. So we're just going to build it. I'm just going to check I'm straight first because that machine was sending my... It's a really sunny day. We've got sun on our table today. I hope it's not too distracting. Is it really... I don't know where it's coming from. Take all that off, it makes no difference, right? Okay, sunshine, spring. Right. So I'm going to build the gnome onto his beard, okay? And if you look, there are little guidelines of where things are supposed to go. So glue, 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 glue. So I'm just going to put his hat on first. So there's two little areas here. Oh gosh, it's coming out a bit quick today. I'm just going to whack some of that off. It's alive. And I'm just using the guidelines to position the gnome's hat. Okay, so there we go. So it's over his eyes and his nose. And then I'm going to put glue on the nose area and add one of the pieces of petal pink. And again, using the embossed lines as a guide. And now we need to make the arms. So I'm just going to put some glue on the back of the arm where the ribbing is. And I'm just positioning, so it's about halfway there. So that's one. I'll do the same on the other one. So it's about halfway along the oval. I suppose if we're calling these gloves, we could actually do them in other colours, couldn't we? And then we're going to add those again to the beard as arms. Those mushroom tops make convincing arms, they really do. I think they're brilliant. Okay, so let's stick these arms on. So again, a little bit of glue. And then position the arm. Okay. And then we'll put a little bit of glue on this one and try and line, I'll try and put the arms fairly symmetrically. So let's pop that one on. Make it a bit more down, I think. Yeah, I think we're there-ish. Okay, and then the legs are going to be here. And that's your gnome, basically. So you could just stick that down as it is, but what would be the fun in that? So as you can see from this one, I've just trimmed off the corners of the basic white using the magical scissors that have disappeared. Okay, oops. Yes, no, it is this side. So I'm just going to trim off so you don't see. There. And then I'm going to get my glue and my legs. And I'm just going to put a bit of glue on here and then stick my legs to it. And that is your mechanism for the wibbly wobbly legs. Now I did also, and I don't know whether you absolutely need to do this, but I just curved off the top as well. Because once it's all in together, I can't see whether this is making any difference or not. So just trim round following the oval. Okay. So I'll do it on this one so you can see it again. So just gone round. I'm just cutting the corners off basically. There we go. Okay. So you can see. So we're going to get our piece, our big deckled rectangle and our little one. So that's going to have a sentiment on. So that's probably going to go about there. Okay. So I also need mini dimensionals. So you need to get either mini dimensionals or you're going to have to cut up some bigger ones. Okay. And so our gnome is probably going to go about there. Okay, so I'm holding, haven't glued anything. Okay, and I'm now sliding his legs up to roughly where I want them. Okay, so I want the beard to be coming fairly near. If you look here on this one, his beard is coming almost to the bottom of his legs. Okay, and you want your legs straight as well. Okay, so happy with that? I'm going to come a bit further down. Right, so now we are going to hold these still and just pop a dimensional in, a mini dimensional in. And you need it so it's still in the hole, not touching the piece. So I've gone a little bit down. There you go, so you can see we're not touching. I can take it off, put it back on again. Okay, and the other thing, to make it swing better, I found it was better if you had a couple of dimensionals on his little feet as well. But do not take the cover off. You do not want them sticking to the card. They want to be able to move freely. So just stick them down, but leave that top cover on so that they can slide around. Okay. Then we need to fix our gnome on. So our gnome is going to be about there. So you've got to be careful where you put your dimensionals, because so you don't want them faffing. I'll say that again, faffing with the movement of your legs. So this is why I'm doing a third one, because the other one I did, the dimensionals were getting in the way. So I then did another video to sort of slip into that one, but it didn't work. So I just thought I'll start again from scratch. So here we are. Once I'd worked out why it wasn't working properly. So what you need to do is you need to put a dimensional on each glove. And then that's it from there down. Now you're just looking at the hat. So I just put one there, another one, and then a couple either side here, because I'm thinking, yeah, the legs are going to be about there, so there's nothing in the way. Okay, I mean, I could in theory put another couple. Should we put another couple there to be on the safe side? I'm not going to, because I just don't want it messing with the effect that I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm thinking our dimensionals are really good. There's dimensions here. There's going to be another dimensional there from this one, so I think that's enough. So again, don't take the tops off those. Pop that back down, and then just with the dimensional in the middle, because you are going to take the top off that in a minute. So let's get these off. Okay, so that's all the covers off the gnome itself, and take this one off as well. Okay, and then pop that where you want your feet to be, and then it's just a case of sticking your gnome down and positioning where you want him. So you want the feet to be slightly below the beard, okay, but you still want to be able to see sort of, for want of a better word, his crotch. Okay, so I'm now sticking that down. And that should mean, yay, we've got very wiggly legs. They go everywhere. How cute is that? The ones I did before, I've actually broken that card apart and made it again. They just wouldn't go. They were barely moving. Anyway, so that's it. The secret is where you put your dimensionals on your hat, on your gloves. Okay, right, so let's just finish off the card. So I'm going to do the same sentiment. Gnome one's better than you. Just going to get that out. 3 lines. That's the one. And I'm just going to pop that on a block. I'm popping it on a much bigger block than I need so I can line it up easier. Getting some Calypso coral ink. Just inking up that stamp. Tap, 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 tap. In we go. Pop this straight. If this is straight and your sentiment straight on the block, there's a good chance you're going to get it straight on the sentiment. It just fits. There we go. There's no one better than you. And let's pop the card together now. So, start in the middle. Those little dimensional covers do get everywhere, don't they? Right, so I'm just going to glue this. So I know some of you have already booked on to next month's coffee and card. We're doing Bamboo Beauty, and I'm including some blending brushes because I think the stamp set really lends itself well to blended backgrounds. So that'll be starting on the first Thursday in March. So I'm just going to pop this on. So this is Mango Melody, if you're wondering what colour it is. And then we're going to add the little flowers. Again, if you're doing this with your Kindest gnomes, that is 7 centimetres by 10, and that's 10 by 14.4, 10 by 14.4, and I'm just adding that towards the middle. There we go. Better if it was straight. And then I'm just going to add this flat, and then the sentiment is going on dimensionals. There we go. Okay. There we are. And then I'm just going to add my little flowers. We're going to have to order some more of these. I'm running out. Well, I've run out completely of the orange ones with the Calypso Coral. Ooh! Escaped. Before they go, because a lot of the many of the embellishments, not all of them, don't move over onto the next catalogue. So they often retire when we get a new catalogue, which we are doing on the 1st of May. Right, okay, so there we go. So one with the embossing, one without. But 2 dancing gnomes. How cute are they? Right, I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care. Bye.